Hi all, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another crafting tutorial. And in this one today we are going to be building a double-sided kill team board for the streets of Commorragh. Also the backside is the arena, the witch cult arena. So you can duke it out on the streets or you can have some cool battles in the arena. Now, very easy to make, and in the coming weeks I will be building, of course, add-ons to this board because this is just streets and an arena floor. That's not gonna cut it, so we are going to be making buildings, webway gates, barricades, you name it, the works. Alright, so stick around for that, but without further ado, I'm gonna show you how I made the streets of Commorragh. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Crafting tables ready. Let's do this. Come on.
Alright, so for the base I'm gonna use a 2 centimeter thick XPS isolation foam. Now I'm gonna mark out 56 centimeters by 76 centimeters, but make this however big you want your board to be, of course. I'm using an old kill team measurement. So then when that is done, I'm simply gonna cut the board. Go slow with this knife, so you get a nice clean cut. Same here on the side. Alright, now draw a rough city street map that you want to build. Now I'm gonna cut a long 10 centimeter wide rectangle as a road template. And with this I'm gonna mark out the roads on my board. And this is just easier to make it all align better. There we go, road template. And I'm simply tracing where I want my roads to be. Or how I want to run them. Just be creative. I'm going to use a large 2mm thin EVA foam sheet to create the pavement, and I'm going to lay my template on the road here on the EVA sheet, and this way I can make it match up nicely, and I have nice ways to cut out my pavements. You can do this with a cardboard or foam board as well, of course, but I still have plenty of EVA sheets, so I thought, yeah, maybe I'm gonna try something different. And then just put that on your board and do the rest for the rest of the pavement, or however you see fit to do your entire board. You can easily cut that with a scissor or a knife. And I'm gonna use PVA glue to stick down my EVA pavement. And as you can see, I have a lot of different colors of EVA because I had a lot of leftovers. And smear out the PVA glue and let it go. Now for the tedious part, cut out a lot of 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter squares like this, and you're gonna need a lot. Now we are going to draw a lot of 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter squares as well, and we are going to make the following image. 5 by 5 centimeter squares. At the top mark the halfway point, 2.5 centimeters, then mark 2 centimeters from the bottom up. From those corners draw 2 curving lines to connect the top of the halfway point, just as you see on the image on screen. Just simply pause it. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is. And I've done all my 5 centimeter square on this big sheet of cardstock. And I'm simply gonna cut all of them out. And then as you can see on the top left, that's where all my millions of 2 centimeter squares are. Now I simply cut away the curved angles with some scissors. Keep the offcuts. Don't throw them away, just put them aside somewhere. Alright, now we're gonna lay down a strip of PVA glue and we're gonna glue 4 2 centimeter squares in line next to each other. And then we're gonna take this pointy bit and we're gonna fold it in half. And then we're gonna bend the center with some pliers to create a carapace, like crease in the middle. And for those who've watched my Tyranids Hierophant Titan, they know exactly what I mean with this. And you will get it to look like this. Trust me, it will look cool. And if you're wondering where I've based my Commorragh streets inspiration, it came from the game Rogue Trader. There's a entire chapter, a part there that is on Commorragh, and that's where I draw inspiration for this board. And I will do a lot more things as well. Alright, now just continue to glue on using some of the offcuts that I've mentioned to fill up the board. Ignore the drawings, by the way, I made on the pavement. This was an experiment. Alright, just ignore the bottom. We're gonna do that different. Now next I'm gonna use the width of my ruler and draw equal lines crossways to create my roads. And we're gonna do this, as I said, crossways. First we're gonna go this way, as you see me do here. Now we're gonna flip the ruler and we're gonna go exactly the same as we did before, making this nice cross pattern for the stonework of the roads. Next I'm gonna score all the lines I made, and I'm gonna go over this with a pen. You can also do that with a Sharpie. A Sharpie will increase the depth of it. Now the following is optional as well, as it can be a bit tedious. On each pavement, mark out 5 cm squares again. As you see me do here. Don't have to do it, but yeah. Now I've marked out 2.8 millimeter base with a cross, so everything will align neatly. And yes, I did cut my finger. Now place this in the middle of the squares and trace the base of and go on each part where the squares line up. But again, guys, this is optional. I'm only going to do this on this part because it does get very tedious. It looks cool, but eventually in the end, yeah, you don't have to do it. Now cut out the circles as you see me do here. And it will look like this now. And I really wanted to do it on all of these, but yeah, no. But what you will have to do is mark out 5 cm square on all the other pavements for the metal sheetings. Now if you use the following tool, be careful because it can cause serious burns on your hands or fingers. Now score the EVA lines that we made with this wood burning tool. But do put on a respirator and open a window if you're doing this inside. When you're doing it outside, just, yeah, put on a respirator just to stay safe. This is also optional. When editing this video, I've decided to only do this part of the board as I mentioned. And these fake diamonds will be inserted in those holes once everything is painted. But I'm going to burn the holes to fit in the diamonds. But again, only put in the diamonds once everything is painted. And that's also part why I didn't do the entire board. Now I drew some freehand dark Eldar patterns on a piece of paper, which I will be gluing on some cardstock. Now be sure to only draw one half, you'll see why in a bit. And just pause the screen if you want to copy these images or create some of your own. Now glue this on cardstock and fold it in half and then cut it away, just like we made those paper figures back in elementary school. Now trace these patterns again on the cardstock and then we're simply going to cut them out again. Doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure it resembles what you just made. This will be cool. This will be cladding for on top of the pavement. Again, drawing inspiration from Rogue Trader here. Now dry fit these and then glue them on. Cut them if you need. I cut them in half again to match with other parts of the pavement. Just be creative. Now flip the board and let's do the other side because I want to make a witch cult arena, but feel free to make whatever you want, of course. Alright, so I trace a bucket or a lid in the center. Get creative with a dark Eldar design or symbol in the center. So here you can see that I've sketched out the little dark Eldar designs, and just freehand something or find something on the internet that you like. And yeah, be creative. Mark out the centerpiece, the lid in the center, and draw some creative Eldar patterns. I have a template of those decals, and I'm simply tracing something of that, copying that, drawing some random circles. Now for the stonework, I do exactly the same as I did on the roads on the other side. Just use the width of my ruler, make sure not to overlap the symbol, and I made sure to cut the pattern with an X-Acto and score the lines with a Sharpie. Now I'm gonna cut 4 corners out of EVA foam for extra details. And cut that with some scissors. And then glue this on with some PVA glue as well. And I'm really happy how this one turns out. Looking forward to play some games in the arena. Now paint or spray both sides black, and then spray a metallic paint on the sidewalks and the symbol in the center. Now I made a black wash and a purple glaze. Wash both sides of the board and glaze all the metallic areas with a purple glaze, 2 to 3 coats of this. And if you're using a spray paint, use a foam safe spray. Now paint the stonework however you want it to look, of course, and then give it a wash and a highlight as well. And here you can see I've started to jam in some fake gems to create some more details, and I'm using Retributor armor to paint some gold patterns to give it some more color diffusion and some also blood for the blood god, and we are done. Put a decal on there, some dark Eldar on there, and I'm really happy how this looks. Looking cool. The streets of Commorragh, and it will look even better once I've built some buildings and other stuff on it, of course. And you can see them in the arena, taking on a custody. Nice. Yeah, it was the first crafting episode for my Dark Eldar terrain, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did. Really happy with this one. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching, and yeah, a lot more to come. As I said, I'm going to be building buildings, walkways, ladders, steps, stairs, more details, barricades, you name it. Alright, so loads more to come, and thanks for all the support, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye for now.